Ladies and gentlemen,
Today, I invite you to embrace a simple but life-changing truth. You have the power to attract anything you truly desire. Not by chance, not by luck, but by conscious creation. It all begins with intention. Think about this. If you don't know where you're going, how will you recognize the path when it appears? When your intentions are clear, precise, and rooted in genuine purpose, the world begins to move in ways that open doors you didn't even know existed. But clarity isn't something that falls from the sky. It's cultivated. Most of us want so much, yet we rarely pause to ask ourselves, what exactly do I want and why? Clarity turns the chaos of countless desires into a focused, powerful force. When you gain clarity, you step into alignment with opportunities tailored for you. Now understand this timeless principle. Your external world mirrors your internal state. The person who believes in lack and limitation will find it at every corner. But the person who radiates confidence, gratitude, and abundance will discover those very things reflected back. Life responds not to what you say you want, but to who you are when you ask for it. And here's a truth that we often overlook. The energy you give is the energy you receive. If you walk through life offering bitterness, envy, or indifference, don't be surprised when that energy circles back. But if you lead with kindness, resilience, and authenticity, you'll notice how effortlessly people, ideas, and breakthroughs gravitate towards you. One of the greatest shifts you can make is to detach from outcomes and attach to the process. Chasing results while neglecting your growth only breeds frustration. Focus instead on becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts the success you seek. Build habits, sharpen your mind, nurture your character, because the prize is not in the possession, but in the person you become while pursuing it. Visualization isn't wishful thinking, it's a discipline. When you visualize your goals with emotion, you create a blueprint in your subconscious mind. That blueprint begins to influence your choices, your reactions, and your environment. See it, feel it, believe it, and watch how it starts to manifest in your reality. Finally, gratitude is your magnet. It's one of the most underused yet powerful forces in life. When you express sincere gratitude for what you have, you signal to life that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude turns what you have into enough, and what you desire into possibilities. So ladies and gentlemen, I challenge you. Set your intentions, get clear on your vision, align your internal state with the life you wish to live. Give the energy you hope to receive. Fall in love with the journey. Visualize with passion, and above all, practice gratitude daily. Because in doing so, you won't just chase your dreams, you'll attract them. Everything in life begins with intention. Before any action, before any decision, and before any result, there is a thought, a seed planted in the mind. Intention is not merely a wish or a fleeting desire. It is a clear, conscious decision about what you want to experience, achieve, or contribute in your life. The quality of your intentions shapes the quality of your outcomes because intention carries within it both direction and purpose. When you move through life without intention, you become reactive rather than proactive. You start to respond to circumstances, people, and challenges as they come, often without understanding why you feel restless or unfulfilled. It's like getting into a car without deciding on a destination. You may cover miles, but you'll have no idea where you're going or why you're headed there. Intention gives your journey meaning, and it creates a framework through which your decisions, thoughts, and actions can align. One of the reasons intention is so powerful is because it clarifies your desires. Often we carry vague wishes in our minds, wanting to be successful, happy, loved, or wealthy, without defining what those things actually mean for us personally. When you take the time to set a clear intention, you are forced to identify what you truly want. It demands honesty with yourself. Is it really success you crave? Or is it freedom? Is it wealth you desire? Or is it the security and opportunities it can bring? This process of introspection turns general desires into specific aims, which naturally sharpens your focus. Intention also acts as a filter. In a world overflowing with distractions, temptations, and competing priorities, it is easy to get sidetracked. A strong, well-defined intention helps you discern what serves your purpose and what doesn't. It guides your daily choices and behaviors. When you have a clear intention, you start noticing the opportunities, people, and experiences that align with your goal. You become more selective with how you invest your time and energy because you have a clear sense of where you want to go. Moreover, intention has a magnetic quality. When you commit to something with genuine intention, you send a message to yourself and to the world around you. People sense clarity and confidence. Opportunities have a way of showing up for those who know what they're seeking. It isn't magic, it's alignment. The clearer you are about your intentions, the more you naturally begin to act in ways that attract circumstances that support them. You become attuned to possibilities you might have otherwise overlooked. Ultimately, intention is the bridge between your inner world and your external reality. It turns abstract thoughts into actionable visions. It transforms random actions into meaningful progress. By beginning each day, each project, or each relationship with a sincere intention, you give yourself the power to create outcomes that reflect your highest values and deepest desires. In doing so, you become an active participant in shaping your life rather than a passive observer. In the pursuit of anything meaningful in life, clarity stands as one of the most vital yet underestimated forces. It is astonishing how many people set out to achieve goals, chase dreams, or make significant life decisions without first gaining a clear understanding of what they truly want. The absence of clarity breeds confusion, frustration, and a scattered focus. When your mind is cluttered with conflicting desires or vague intentions, your energy becomes diluted and your ability to make effective choices is compromised. Clarity, on the other hand, sharpens your vision and empowers you to direct your efforts with precision. People often mistake wanting something for being clear about it. There's a profound difference between vaguely wishing for success, happiness, or wealth, and clearly defining what those things mean for you personally. Success to one person might mean achieving a high-ranking position in a corporate environment, while to another, it might mean having the freedom to work remotely and travel the world. Happiness could be rooted in material comforts for some and in meaningful relationships or creative expression for others. Without clarity, you might find yourself pursuing what others deem valuable only to feel empty when you arrive. Clarity requires self-inquiry and reflection. It invites you to pause amidst the noise of everyday life and ask yourself important, sometimes uncomfortable questions. What do I truly want? Why do I want it? How will achieving it affect my life? What am I willing to sacrifice for it? These questions strip away superficial desires and reveal the goals and aspirations that are in genuine alignment with your values and deeper purpose. Another powerful aspect of clarity is that it simplifies decision-making. Life constantly presents us with choices, big and small, and without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to become overwhelmed or make decisions based on impulse, fear, or the influence of others. Clarity acts as a personal compass, helping you evaluate your options against your ultimate goals. It reduces hesitation and overthinking because when you know exactly where you want to go, it becomes evident which paths lead you closer to that destination and which ones pull you away. Additionally, clarity enhances focus. In a world of constant distractions, social media, endless notifications, and competing priorities, maintaining focus is increasingly challenging. But when your mind is clear about what truly matters, you can channel your energy and attention towards what will genuinely serve your progress. You stop wasting time on unimportant tasks or pursuing things that don't align with your deeper intentions. Perhaps most importantly, clarity generates confidence. When you possess a well-defined vision, you naturally exude certainty in your actions. You're less likely to be swayed by temporary setbacks or external criticism because you have a solid internal reference point guiding you. That confidence becomes magnetic, drawing in people and opportunities that resonate with your clarity of purpose. In the end, clarity isn't just about knowing what you want. It's about creating a mental environment free from confusion and contradiction. It's the foundation upon which meaningful, sustained progress is built, allowing you to pursue your goals with unwavering direction and inner peace. 2/2. In the pursuit of anything meaningful in life, clarity stands as one of the most vital yet underestimated forces. It is astonishing how many people set out to achieve goals, chase dreams, or make significant life decisions without first gaining a clear understanding of what they truly want. The absence of clarity breeds confusion, frustration, and a scattered focus. When your mind is cluttered with conflicting desires or vague intentions, your energy becomes diluted, and your ability to make effective choices is compromised. Clarity, on the other hand, sharpens your vision and empowers you to direct your efforts with precision. People often mistake wanting something for being clear about it. There's a profound difference between vaguely wishing for success, happiness, or wealth and clearly defining what those things mean for you personally. Success to one person might mean achieving a high-ranking position in a corporate environment, while to another it might mean having the freedom to work remotely and travel the world. Happiness could be rooted in material comforts for some, and in meaningful relationships or creative expression for others. Without clarity, you might find yourself pursuing what others deem valuable, only to feel empty when you arrive. Clarity requires self-inquiry and reflection. It invites you to pause amidst the noise of everyday life and ask yourself important, sometimes uncomfortable questions. What do I truly want? Why do I want it? How will achieving it affect my life? What am I willing to sacrifice for it? These questions strip away superficial desires and reveal the goals and aspirations that are in genuine alignment with your values and deeper purpose. Another powerful aspect of clarity is that it simplifies decision-making. Life constantly presents us with choices, big and small, and without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to become overwhelmed or make decisions based on impulse, fear, or the influence of others. Clarity acts as a personal compass, helping you evaluate your options against your ultimate goal. It reduces hesitation and overthinking because when you know exactly where you want to go, it becomes evident which paths lead you closer to that destination and which ones pull you away. Additionally, clarity enhances focus. In a world of constant distractions, social media, endless notifications, and competing priorities, maintaining focus is increasingly challenging. But when your mind is clear about what truly matters, you can channel your energy and attention towards what will genuinely serve your progress. You stop wasting time on unimportant tasks or pursuing things that don't align with your deeper intentions. Perhaps most importantly, clarity generates confidence. When you possess a well-defined vision, you naturally exude certainty in your actions. You're less likely to be swayed by temporary setbacks or external criticism because you have a solid internal reference point guiding you. That confidence becomes magnetic, drawing in people and opportunities that resonate with your clarity of purpose. In the end, clarity isn't just about knowing what you want. It's about creating a mental environment free from confusion and contradiction. It's the foundation upon which meaningful, sustained progress is built, allowing you to pursue your goals with unwavering direction and inner peace. 2/2 ChatGPT said, "The relationship between our internal state and our external reality is one of the most powerful yet often overlooked principles in shaping the course of our lives. It is easy to believe that the circumstances around us dictate how we feel, that success brings happiness, that recognition creates confidence, or that abundance leads to gratitude. But in truth, it is the other way around. The state of our inner world has a profound influence on the experiences we attract and the outcomes we create. Every thought, belief, and emotion we hold internally radiates an energy that affects how we perceive the world and how the world responds to us. If your mind is filled with negativity, fear, or self-doubt, you will naturally interpret situations through that lens. A neutral event can feel like a setback, and a challenge can seem like a defeat. Conversely, when your inner state is grounded in confidence, optimism, and gratitude, those same situations are viewed as opportunities for growth, lessons to be learned, or temporary hurdles on the way to something greater. This connection between inner state and external reality is evident in the way we communicate and interact with others. A person who carries an inner sense of peace and self-assurance radiates a presence that people are naturally drawn to. They are more likely to inspire trust, attract collaboration, and create positive relationships. On the other hand, someone driven by insecurity, resentment, or constant comparison may find themselves surrounded by conflict, resistance, or indifference. Not because of fate, but because of the energy they unconsciously project. Moreover, your inner state influences the decisions you make and the actions you take. When you operate from a place of scarcity or fear, you might hesitate to seize opportunities or settle for less than you deserve. You may avoid risks that could lead to greater rewards, or sabotage your progress with limiting beliefs. But when you nurture a mindset of abundance and possibility, you approach life with boldness, resilience, and an openness to new experiences. You start to trust your instincts, act decisively, and pursue paths that align with your higher purpose. It's important to realize that maintaining a positive and empowered inner state is not about denying difficult emotions or pretending to be happy when you're not. It's about developing emotional awareness and the ability to consciously choose how you respond to life's events. Challenges are inevitable, but how you experience them depends on the internal narratives you carry. By cultivating self-awareness, mindfulness, and emotional intelligence, you create an internal environment that supports your growth rather than hinders it. In essence, your external reality is a reflection of your internal world. The people you meet, the opportunities you attract, and the outcomes you experience often mirror the energy you hold within. By focusing on your inner state, fostering confidence, gratitude, and resilience, you begin to shape a reality that aligns with your deepest desires and highest potential. Change your inner world, and you will inevitably transform the world around you. The energy you give is the energy you receive. This idea, though simple, holds immense power in determining the kind of life you experience and the quality of relationships you build. Everything in life is energy. Our thoughts, emotions, words, and actions all carry a certain vibration. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly broadcasting these energetic signals into the world, And in turn, life responds to what we emit. This is why it's often said that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. When you approach life from a space of negativity, bitterness, or jealousy, that energy doesn't just stay inside you, it influences your actions, your decisions, and the way people perceive and respond to you. A person harboring resentment or self-pity often finds themselves in situations that reinforce those emotions. They might face repeated disappointments, misunderstandings, or conflicts, believing the world is against them when in reality, it's the reflection of the energy they are unconsciously putting out. On the other hand, when you radiate positivity, kindness, and enthusiasm, you begin to notice how life seems to cooperate with you. People are drawn to those who uplift, inspire, and encourage. Opportunities gravitate toward individuals who carry themselves with confidence and optimism. This isn't a matter of coincidence. It's the natural consequence of energetic alignment. When your actions and emotions are rooted in constructive, uplifting energy, you create an environment that nurtures growth, connection, and success. This principle is particularly evident in relationships, both personal and professional. If you consistently offer understanding, respect, and encouragement to others, you often receive the same in return. Relationships built on mutual positive energy tend to be stronger, more fulfilling, and more resilient in the face of challenges. Conversely, relationships marked by criticism, distrust, or negativity often spiral into cycles of conflict and dissatisfaction. Beyond personal interactions, the energy you give influences your overall experience of life. It shapes how you perceive obstacles and opportunities. A person who carries a mindset of gratitude and possibility tends to see setbacks as lessons and failures as stepping stones, while someone operating from negativity may view the same situations as confirmation of defeat. This shift in perception alters your reality because your focus determines your experience. It's important to remember that cultivating positive energy is a choice, one that requires awareness and practice. It doesn't mean denying difficult emotions or pretending to be happy at all times. Rather, it involves choosing to respond with resilience instead of defeat, kindness instead of anger, and hope instead of fear. Small daily actions, offering a genuine compliment, expressing gratitude, or simply maintaining a calm presence in stressful moments, generate positive energy that builds momentum over time. Ultimately, life is an ongoing exchange of energy. What you give, you invite. By becoming mindful of the energy you project through your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you can consciously create an environment where opportunities, meaningful relationships, and personal fulfillment naturally find their way to you. One of the most liberating and powerful shifts a person can make in their life is learning to detach from outcomes and instead attach to the process. In today's fast-paced, results-driven world, many people focus so heavily on the end goal that they overlook the importance of the journey itself. They become so consumed by achieving a specific outcome, whether it's landing a promotion, reaching a financial milestone, or attaining personal recognition, that their sense of peace and happiness becomes tied to whether or not that goal is achieved. The danger in this mindset is that it places your sense of fulfillment on something external and often uncontrollable. When you focus solely on outcomes, you set yourself up for unnecessary stress and disappointment. Outcomes are influenced by countless factors beyond your control: timing, other people's decisions, market conditions, or unforeseen circumstances. If your happiness and self-worth hinge on outcomes alone, you're placing your well-being in the hands of things you cannot predict. This creates an ongoing cycle of anxiety, frustration, and self-doubt whenever things don't unfold exactly as you envision. Attaching to the process means shifting your attention to what you can control: your effort, your attitude, your learning, and your personal growth. It's about valuing the habits you build, the skills you acquire, and the resilience you develop along the way. When you embrace the process, you realize that who you become in the pursuit of your goals is far more important than the goal itself. Each challenge faced, mistake made, and lesson learned contributes to your evolution, shaping you into a person capable of handling even greater opportunities in the future. This mindset doesn't mean abandoning your ambitions or lowering your expectations. It means committing fully to your goals while understanding that the outcome is a byproduct of consistent, dedicated effort. When you fall in love with the process, the daily practices, the discipline, the learning curve, you naturally improve, grow, and progress. Paradoxically, this often leads to better outcomes because your focus is on continuous improvement rather than obsessive control. Another advantage of process-focused thinking is that it fosters resilience. When you're outcome-dependent, a setback can feel like a devastating failure. But when you're process-oriented, setbacks become feedback. Valuable information that helps you adjust your strategy and grow stronger. You learn to view obstacles as part of the journey, not as signs of defeat. Moreover, attaching to the process allows you to experience greater peace and satisfaction in the present moment. Instead of living in a constant state of, "I'll be happy when," you find fulfillment in the small victories and daily progress. You begin to appreciate the person you're becoming, the skills you're mastering, and the experiences. In life, it's wise to set your sights on meaningful outcomes, but it's even wiser to cherish the journey that takes you there. By detaching from results and attaching to the process, you not only increase your chances of long-term success, but also cultivate a richer, more fulfilling life along the way. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for personal transformation and achievement, yet it's often misunderstood as mere daydreaming or wishful thinking. In reality, it is a deliberate, intentional practice that involves mentally creating vivid images of your goals, combined with the emotions you would feel if those goals were already achieved. This process is not just about imagining success, it's about experiencing it in your mind first, which has a profound effect on your subconscious and ultimately on your external reality. When you visualize with emotion, you activate the subconscious mind, which doesn't differentiate between imagined experiences and real ones. This means that when you consistently imagine yourself succeeding, feeling confident, or living the life you desire, your brain begins to form new neural pathways that support those beliefs and behaviors. It prepares your mind and body to act in alignment with that vision. Over time, your thoughts, decisions, and actions begin to reflect the reality you've mentally rehearsed. The emotional component is what makes visualization truly effective. Simply seeing a picture of your goals in your mind isn't enough. You must attach genuine feelings to those mental images. If you're visualizing a future where you're successful, ask yourself, how would it feel to achieve this? What emotions would I experience? What would my daily life be like? By connecting those emotions, whether it's joy, gratitude, pride, or peace, to your visualization practice, you're signaling to your subconscious that this reality is not only possible, but already within your reach. This emotional rehearsal does more than boost your confidence. It reshapes your perception of what's attainable. When your mind repeatedly experiences the emotions of success, it starts to seek out opportunities, people, and situations that align with that state. You become more alert to possibilities you might have previously overlooked because your subconscious is now programmed to find what it believes is familiar and achievable. Athletes, performers, and high achievers in various fields have long used visualization as part of their preparation. Before stepping onto a field or stage, they mentally rehearse their performance, feeling the adrenaline, the excitement, and the satisfaction of succeeding. This mental practice sharpens focus, calms nerves, and builds confidence. The same principle applies in everyday life. Whether it's a job interview, a difficult conversation, or a personal goal, visualization primes you for the moment by reducing anxiety and strengthening belief in your capabilities. Moreover, regular visualization keeps your goals at the forefront of your mind. It acts as a mental reminder of what you're working towards, preventing you from getting lost in day-to-day distractions. It reinforces your commitment and keeps you emotionally connected to your vision, making it easier to stay motivated through challenges. In essence, visualization is about living your success in your mind before you experience it in the physical world. By combining vivid mental imagery with authentic emotion, you reprogram your subconscious, align your energy with your desires, and naturally begin to attract circumstances that support your vision. It turns abstract dreams into actionable realities by first making them familiar within you. Taking inspired action is the essential final step in transforming your intentions, clarity, inner alignment, and visualizations into tangible results. No matter how vividly you picture your goals or how positive your mindset is, without action, nothing in the external world changes. The universe responds not just to what you think or feel, but to what you do. However, it's important to understand that not all action is equally effective. The kind of action that truly moves you toward your desires is what's often referred to as inspired action. Action that feels purposeful, aligned, and often intuitive. Inspired action comes from a place of alignment with your intentions and inner state. It's not forced, frantic, or purely logical. While disciplined, it often feels natural and energized, as though you're being gently pulled in a certain direction rather than pushed by fear or obligation. When you're tuned into your goals and have mentally and emotionally connected with them, certain ideas, opportunities, and nudges start to stand out. These are signs of inspired action. Moments when you instinctively feel, this is the next step for me. Unlike action taken out of panic, impatience, or external pressure, inspired action is rooted in clarity and confidence. It doesn't mean waiting for perfect conditions or a lightning bolt of motivation. Instead, it means being receptive to your intuition and the signals around you, then acting decisively when opportunities or ideas present themselves. Often, it may seem small or insignificant at first. Sending an email, making a phone call, signing up for a class, or attending an event. But these seemingly minor steps can trigger a chain reaction of progress. One of the reasons inspired action is so effective is because it bypasses resistance. When you're aligned internally, your actions no longer feel like a struggle or a chore. You're not forcing yourself to move towards something you half-heartedly desire. You're naturally drawn toward what excites you, challenges you, or feels meaningful. This reduces procrastination and self-sabotage because you're operating from a place of genuine enthusiasm and belief in your path. Inspired action also often involves a degree of courage. Since it comes from a deeper, often intuitive place, it may sometimes lead you to step outside your comfort zone or take calculated risks. It might ask you to pursue an opportunity before you feel fully prepared or to trust a gut feeling that defies conventional logic. But these are often the moments when significant growth and breakthroughs occur. Another key aspect is consistency. Inspired action is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. As you remain connected to your vision and open to guidance, new actions will continually reveal themselves. By committing to take even small, inspired steps regularly, you build momentum, gradually closing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. In the end, inspired action turns potential into progress. It is the bridge between thought and reality, intention and achievement. By staying aligned with your vision, listening to your inner guidance, and moving forward with purpose, you activate the full creative power within you to shape the life you truly desire.